Welcome to episode 011 to Keep the Horse Alive.
This week we discuss the magic of the New York public ferry.
Glen Powell, we are becoming very fond of you.
Have you ever gone broke from tipping TikTok tarot readers?
And 500 days of Thoroughbreds.
What's in your gift basket?
Bye.
See you in the episode. What do you know about business? Said I'm all about it.
We're in our succession era.
Yeah. We're like making moves, making money moves.
Making money moves, making money grooves.
Making money Monica Bellucci.
Right.
Right. And for the viewers out there, we're wearing our beautiful blazers.
Yes.
It's just been a week of letdown after letdown in terms of rejection in the part-time job sphere, because apparently everybody needs and wants a part-time job so bad. But you got one.
I did.
So slay.
And every rejection is a misdirection into another food service job.
Yep.
Is what I've been saying, because as much as I love living in the city, like I'm running out of money, so I gotta head back to the food service industry or whatever.
Because daily, you don't realize that you're just constantly spending. Like everything costs money, and it's like at the end of the day, I've spent $50, but it's like on what? Literally. Like where did it go?
Yeah.
Like it disintegrated into thin air, into the subway. I don't know where it goes.
I genuinely think, I officially now live in Bushwick. If anybody wants to see me out in the street, don't say hi. I'm not friendly.
I would not approach you on the street.
I spent so much less money living in LES because I was walking everywhere. But now that I live in Bushwick, I spend double the amount of money, because when I'm on the island, the mainland, I'm I'm not gonna be home for another 2 hours, so I have to buy food or a snack,
a beverage,
or a coffee or a water or something like that,
because a flat screen television. Yeah.
So
speaking of spending money on transportation, I did take the ferry for the first time. Tell me why. I was literally on I was on a Disney cruise. Yeah. I was treating it like it was a Disney cruise. Mickey Mouse was about to come up from behind me and surprise me, and it was going to be the time of my life. It
is the most underrated form. At first I thought it was the bus, but it's actually the ferry.
I do love the bus, but wow. You sit on the top, if it's one of the ones that you're allowed to sit on the top, and you get that breeze. It smells like the ocean.
Yeah.
Would I ever touch the water that we're on? No. I would not. I would get E. coli or something. But yeah, it was so beautiful, hella beautiful. I think I'm just going to take it and go nowhere, and then just come back, because it's $4 to do that. Yeah. And what a beautiful day. I'll bring a picnic on it if I want.
You need to go. My favorite time that I rode a ferry / the first time that I rode the ferry was at the sunset.
Oh.
With the skyline in the background, with the sun setting. It was honestly one of the most beautiful scenes that I've ever seen. It was one of the moments that made me go oh, this is a city that I'm going to live in.
This is a city that
That's what sold me on the city, honestly, was that ferry ride.
Yeah. Need to do that. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day as well. Maybe all the days.
Perhaps maybe Sunset Ferry and then improv show tomorrow.
We do a Sunset Ferry.
And then
we share
Brooklyn.
We share a moment.
And then we go see some improv.
That's an evening.
In our blazers.
Yeah.
Honestly, I get so jealous and envious of every business person walking through Manhattan. Not to be a capitalist pig that I am, but I just I love a 9 to 5.
I love the idea of it so much. I'm waking up at alarm goes off. Yeah. Blazer goes on. Yeah. Clickety clacky shoes also go on. Yeah. We grab a coffee and a bagel. We're on our way to the office.
Right. And some of these,
I really love the concept of it all.
Some of the outfits are atrocious, but I'm well, yes, girl, get your bag, because you're always carrying something.
They're carrying a large bag. It's usually the Marc Jacobs tote, the Telfar, but it's always one of those. It's always it's a pricey bag.
It is.
It's a pricey bag, and they're making their money in the financial district down there.
And the skirt is hitting the floor.
Yes, she is. And I don't know. My life has just been consisting of random side quests. None of them financial district 9 to 5 related at all. Nothing even close to a 9 to 5, just random little gigs that I could get. And I'll take it.
You know, like the TikToks that are like, I wish I had kept up my YouTube channel ever since I was like 9 or whatever. I feel that way about like getting a sugar daddy, because there was one point in my life where I was
me being like, I feel that. I feel so much empathy for you, like not keeping your shit. You being like afraid of me right now.
No, I was like
afraid of my touch.
Back in the day, I was thirst trapping on the gram as one does, like
right.
as freshly 18, 19, 20. And then my brain, the creases
developed a bit.
It developed a bit.
It got a little more
out,
like
smooth brain crinkle type beat, wavy lays. Wavy ruffles.
Wavy. Yeah, I got what you mean. The potato chip.
It went from a Pringle to a Lay's ruffle. Or just Ruffles? Is that what they're called? I don't know. But
yeah.
Then I stopped thirst trapping on the gram. But had I kept doing that, I would have had a sugar
It's like,
daddy
and OnlyFans probably. Like, you would have had a built-in audience.
Yeah.
I do that, but I put the blame on my parents. And I'm like, y'all could have got me into acting when I was like 5.
True.
And I could have built a home for this family as well as my future self. Yeah. Like, say what you will about JoJo Siwa and her mother. I don't know much about either of them, but I mean, put that what's it called? Dance Moms. That Dance Moms money, it's lasting her. Yeah. And it has given her opportunities. JoJo Siwa really manages to make her way into every podcast. And that's on me. I'm so sorry.
This time it's you. It's usually me who brings up JoJo Siwa, but this time it's you.
Also, I've been thinking about, like, maybe I should just go live on TikTok and, like, do random shit, because I have been watching, like, so intently for hours in the wee hours of the night, tarot readers. And when I tell you the amount of gifts I am sending these tarot readers, gift, like, please pick me and read me my tarot. And, like, everybody's doing that. And there's like hundreds of people watching. So they're making bank on these lives. And they milk it too. Like what is it called? Edging. They edge you. So they're like, thank you so. And she's a beautiful Australian nice lady. Like, I want her to like hold me. And she's like, thank you, loves. Thank you for sending. And she's shuffling the deck. And then she's like, make sure to give me a like. Oh, thank you so much. And you're just sending these gifts. But like, it takes her 20 minutes to get to the next person because she's just like milking the gifts.
So have you gotten a reading?
Not yet.
Beautiful. You sent her gifts?
I sent her gifts, and there's also another guy who, like, he's really nice too. I send them all gifts.
I'm scared of tarot readers because if any of them were correct, then I would have a boyfriend by now. Because it's like, but recently, all the tarot readers have been like, yeah, he's thinking about texting you. I'm like, it's been
phone dry.
It's been like 3 years. Like, it's about time.
Yeah. My one and only tarot I ever got read, it was my first ever tarot. I let them know that. They said, what do you want it to be about? And I was like, okay, let's do career. Let's see. I know I'm probably moving to New York soon. They said, something is going to happen about a year into your pursuits in which you have to go back home because something with your family is going to happen. And I said, bitch, I told you before this is my first thing. This is my first tarot reading. You could have made something up. You could have pulled the guy hanging from the tree and been like, oh, this means that your success is hanging in the balance, or like twisted it to mean something not so negative. Yeah. So every day I wake up and I keep an eye out. I say, today's not going to be the day, Miss Tarot Reader. We are still on our high horse. We're riding this wave of success, and we're going to get to success.
Yeah. Well, the thing about tarot is like it's only defined in that present moment because you can always change your future, like, which is really nice.
Oh, that's true. I guess it's like not a psychic.
Well,
no, because literally anybody could.
But usually, like, when you go get your thing read or your cards read, like, they can only predict like your energy at the current time.
That's true.
And like, it's basically just like a warning. Like, you still have the opportunity to change something. Like I went to go get a tarot reading, and that was like, you're gonna have to stay in school for another year. I said, bitch, please, I'm doing that shit now, and I'm not gonna go and stay another year here.
I'm gonna go work in the restaurant industry, bitch.
But like, you can still change your future or whatever. But don't like them because they freak me out because they're like sometimes way too honest. And
so sometimes way too honest, and it's like, you're just a girl. Like, you didn't, like, I don't think you have any ability. You just, I could be a tarot reader. Yeah. I'd be a really good tarot reader. You would. I was literally, the way I was just about to, like, send you a gift because, like, if you were on TikTok Live, I would have sent you, like, so many roses because that life advice was so beautiful. I mean, it's just, like, how it works or whatever, but, like, usually when I get my stuff read, like, they usually get it wrong, but I'm always like working against them kind of because I hate when people tell me what to do. No, literally it's like, I'm gonna prove you so wrong. I have like a brand deal coming up on a YouTube video with a brand called Keen, so if anything bad comes out about this brand, just know I'm doing it for the check, for the horse. The horse sent you period. The horse. And so, but they gave me free credits. It's like online psychic services, and I am going to use those credits up, and I'll let you guys know what my psychic says. I'll maybe even screen record it. I think I have to screen record it anyway for like the ad, but I'm excited. Like, I love psychic shit. I love mediums. I love when they like connect you with the dead. Oh, I love that shit. I love a ghost. That is so scary. Yeah. Honestly, one of them told me I was gonna have a challenger's moment. I'm still waiting. Like, where's it at? Well, my neighbor is probably home. We can make that happen right now. Let me not. Speaking of challengers moments, the Olympics have been making me so horny. What's like your main sport? And it's like, why? It's like, let me just turn this off. Like, if I'm not, because I tune in for the sport and then I get obsessed with an athlete. Yeah. Like pole vault, I watch pole vault because I love track and field because I did it in high school. So like, it makes me feel kind of nostalgic. And like, when I used to be obsessed with like watching like the runners, like it's cool to, I don't know, watch it again, whatever. But yesterday they took a break from like the main event that I was watching and switched to pole vaulting. Tell me why. The most beautiful human specimen I've ever seen in my life came on my screen. I took a video of the screen and I'm going to put it on here because they were showing him like rolling out his body in the middle of the set. I'm like, you guys could be showing the event, but you're showing this beautiful Swedish man's body. Like, he pulls up his shirt and I'm like, oh my God. Unfortunately, he has a wife, even though he's like 23. I'm like, okay, I didn't know y'all were like that in Sweden. I thought, but whatever. But like, his name is Armand Duplantis, and I gave him a follow on Instagram for sure. But I remember him from high school. I was like obsessed with him in high school. But now, like 7 years later, wow, he's blossomed into a beautiful Greek god. Even though he's not Greek, he's Swedish. I was in the middle of getting my Wi-Fi set up, like being an adult or whatever. And the lady at the counter is like, I need your address. But BMX biking was on. And there was a beautiful Belgian competing. Wow. And you're the lady at the counter, but I'm sitting facing the TV. And she's like, asking me questions, and I'm just like, sir, I need your payment for the Wi-Fi, sir. I'm like, just like, sir, just like passing her things and like just like mumbling because I'm literally trying to Google like what country he's from, what his name is he married, how old is he, like all of this stuff, and I'm obsessed with them. Like, I literally imagine being horny at the internet office. Like, it's too crazy. Well, it happens to the best of us. Yeah. So. You brought up in your vlog that you were like, kindness is rare these days. And I wanted to ask you what you meant by that. I think like sometimes people are so just like we got to look out for each other on these streets, guys. Like, sometimes people are so just like to themselves. Like, I don't know, even little things, like someone will drop something or like spill, like do something. And like people just like look and then like walk on by like little, like just like, sometimes little actions can really just, I like a, yeah. Like, community is a beautiful, hella beautiful thing. And we got to bring that shit back. Well, my question was like, have you been experiencing a lot of unkindness? Is that like what? No, actually. Okay. I just think in general, kindness is rare. That's true. Because like sometimes, I don't know, I feel like it sticks out when like somebody is truly like a kind person. What was I even referencing in the video? I don't even remember. I think somebody helped you with something and you were like, I'm really grateful because kindness is so rare these days. Oh no, Kevin, I was talking about when I was like, when they give you extra nails in the bed frame thing. I was like, that is so kind of them. But like when IKEA gives you like the free like nuts and bolts like extras because they know you're like dumbass is gonna lose them all. Like that's so kind. But also like in general, kindness is rare these days.
I wanted to share the story about me on the train yesterday, which will then lead into the opposite of that, where we'll talk about mean things that have happened to me in the city. But yesterday, I was coming from the interview and I love to do a quick change. Like if I have to wear a blazer and a suit, like especially in the summer, like I'm not wearing that all the way to the interview. I'm literally wearing shorts.
That's why the 9-to-5 life could not be for you, because you're in that shit all day.
And I changed in the middle of a cafe. Like I literally didn't care. Like I ordered like a lemonade refresher. I stripped down, not like naked, but like in.
Well, it's okay if it was, probably.
But like in front of everyone, I just like did my quick change there or whatever. But when I left the interview, I got on the train, did my quick change on the subway, like on the train, and I dropped my tie. And this lady was like staring at me and she was like pointing. And I was like so confused because in New York, like I guess like the fake rule is that you're not supposed to be looking, like making eye contact with people.
That's true. And like somebody could be pointing and it's like they're tweaking or something. And they're just like, they're pointing at like. Yeah.
Usually it's something bad if somebody's like trying, I don't know.
Trying to get your attention.
Yeah, which isn't true. Like there are New Yorkers who are like genuinely just so kind and like want to talk to you or whatever. And then I looked down, I saw that I dropped my tie, and I was like, "You're literally a lifesaver," because I only brought one tie. And I was like, you saved my life.
The way like all she had to like, she just pointed, and you're just like, wow, that was the kindest person ever. I need her embrace.
So like, cause she didn't have to do that. Like I was like so confused. I thought she was saying that my shoe was untied, but I don't have laces, so I was like, girl, like my shoes are just busted.
You're not gonna get me today.
But yeah, she did that, and I was like, I'm literally gonna kiss you right now, because I would have literally lost my only tie. So
legend.
She saved me.
You know, it's making me think maybe I'm the unkind person in the world.
I mean,
because sometimes I do, like if I'm out in the heat all day and you like brush my shoulder, the look I'll give you, unfortunately, is one of disgust and hate.
Yeah. Like
I will be. Not that that's, well, that I guess that could be unkind, but like don't fuck with me if it's a hot day and I'm ready to go home and I've already taken 18 subways because the subway skipped all of my stops and I had to get on another subway.
Yeah.
Like don't get in my way, because I will throw a look your way.
Yeah. I'm not kind all the time.
No.
Like
don't get it twisted. We're not like we're not like super like happy all the time, like and kind and beautiful, and well, we are beautiful all the time.
I would say I'm like 60% kind,
but sometimes
it's hard for me not
sometimes
to
we're a bitch. Sometimes we're a bitch.
Yeah, I am.
Sometimes everyone's a bitch. Well, actually, I'd say 80% of the time, guys, I might be a bitch.
Don't say that.
The other 20%,
do not say
I'm
that.
really
That's
nice.
not true. That's not true.
You walk like a bitch now.
But me with my wig on, with like a red lip, like it's over for y'all.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. The humility has left the building.
Yeah.
Like it's just not gonna happen. I'm planning on becoming a full. What is it? I'm going Autobots mode like this weekend.
Ooh.
To a party, and I'm so excited because it'll be my first New York like. Real, like I did the dang thing.
Period.
But I did just get yelled at on the bus. So to counter,
was that today?
No, this was a couple days ago. Like right when I moved into my apartment, I'm sitting on the bus. I had just gone to Target, and I made the mistake of going to Target because it was like my first time, and I bought too many things. So I'm on the bus with like a huge pillow and like 2 bags full of stuff, and there's no seats like on the bus where it's just like a empty row. Like I have to sit next to someone. So I sit next to this guy. I'm like moving around. I'm smacking his face with like the pillow on accident, not on purpose.
See, no, I think I would be. You don't even have to finish the story, because I'd be the guy in the situation.
Yes.
I'd be like,
no, I totally get
pillow
it.
Out of my face.
Not just him, but everybody that's walking by is getting smacked by the pillow like on accident. And at the same time, like I had just bought in like a poppy or something like that, like a little drinky, and I live far away from Target, so I was like, I need to drink this drink
thirsty.
right now. Like I'm thirsty. I have like so much
parched.
stuff. But I smack him like one more time and he's like, we are not doing this today. We are not going to do this today. Like, I'm not.
I think I would have been him in this situation, Kevin. I'm really sorry.
And I was like, out, like, because he yelled at me, like, I started dropping a bunch of things. He's like, now you're dropping shit everywhere. Like, you can, like, let's, we're done.
Let's get off this stopper right now and duke it out.
So I ended up having to move seats because I just felt so bad for him.
Aww.
And
no, don't feel bad for him.
It was honest. Like,
he was an asshole.
But I get it. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I get it too. But like in that situation, if I act like that, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I was an asshole.
Yeah. To be fair, it was a Tempur-Pedic cooling.
Okay, so you were like absorbing his sweat as it hit him.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have been like the worst. It wasn't like I was hitting him.
You were
with,
doing
like,
him a favor, right?
Yeah.
Probably. Honestly, I would have just like grabbed it when it hit me, and I would have just put my head on it.
Yeah.
I made a friend on the bus.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. I tried setting you up with him. But we exchanged Instagrams and now we follow each other, and will we ever get in contact ever again? No.
You gotta pull up on these hoes. Like, I met that girl.
Honestly, I should.
That I was talking about, and I immediately DM'd her the next day because when we met at the party, she was like, let's exchange Instagrams. Like, it was like cute or whatever. And then I was like, being a drunken mess, so I was like, I'm literally gonna block you. Like, I don't have an Instagram. Like, don't even. Like,
next day you're in her DMs.
I'm in her DMs, and I was like, hey, like, how are you or whatever. Just like, last night was so crazy. And she was like, haha, yeah. And then I was like, how are you texting me from a blocked account? And she was like, are you serious? I was like, no, I'm joking.
I guess you're just better at like putting yourself out there than I am.
I'm not. Like,
I'm afraid that like people are saying like, hey, let's like be friends, or like they're just to be like as a nicety.
I introduced myself as roof jumper on a rooftop. Like, I don't, like, I would not recommend the way that I move through the world. It just is very volatile, I would say.
I think maybe that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Roof jumper. On a roof. How'd you get that name? I said, I don't know.
I jumped off a roof one time. That's about it. Media. I saw a movie about horse girls. It's called Thoroughbreds, starring Olivia Cooke and Anya Taylor-Joy. First time I watched it, it was released, I think, in 2016.
Okay.
Literally centered around a horse. And when I tell you guys, if you don't like spoilers, if you don't like the death of animals, maybe don't watch this, because I was not expecting the death of a certain animal. That being said, they don't show anything, but it's about murder. And it's fucking actually crazy. Like, these girls, I just love a movie when it's like two teenage girls like doing murder and being mentally unwell. Girl Interrupted, have you ever sine that?
I think I've been exposed to it before, but like,
just about mentally unwell girls, young girls.
I've definitely been in the room while I was like playing, but I didn't watch it because I was
Winona Ryder's in it, Angelina Jolie.
I've seen clips for sure.
Iconic. But yeah. Also, I just love like feminine rage shown on film. I love it. I love when a girl is crazy.
Girl crashes out.
Yeah. And it was good. It was good. That's all I can say. I don't want to spoil it, but I did tap in for Olivia Cooke and Anya Taylor-Joy because my TikTok is filled with like Olivia Cooke edits from that goddamn Dragon show that no, I'm never going to watch it. I'm not going to watch the House of the Dragon or whatever it's called, or like Game of Thrones, but I will be watching the edits, the fan edits, because they're so hot. Yeah. And I was like, let me tap into all Olivia Cooke's filmography. I saw that she was in it. I saw she was starring next to Anya Taylor-Joy, and I watched it, and it was pretty great.
Is it like Southern?
No, it takes place in like rich people Connecticut, like wealthy Connecticut. So it's like Thoroughbreds, the name, it comes from like it's like a play on like obviously the horse in the whatever, because they're all like horse kids, like they grew up like doing the horse, like dressage and all that, equestrian, if you will. And
you were a horse kid too. Did it?
I was.
Did it send you back?
Hell yeah. I was like, let me get on that horse and just ride it. Yeah. And that's actually what we did. We would get on the horse and you have to go.
I literally don't know anything about riding a horse. I think that you just kick them.
And when you trot, you have to go up and down.
That's so
because
weird.
you have to like be with their motion. Because if you're not, then you're just like.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
You kick your horse or no? Low-key.
A little bit when she needs it. When she asks for it. But they call it Thoroughbreds because it's like a play on like all these kids from this like wealthy town, like they're thoroughbreds and they don't like, you know what I mean? And then they, whatever. It's good.
I need to see. I do love like horse movies. There's a couple. No, there's not. No. I was gonna say there. You know where there is a horse in the film Twisters, but there's not. I don't think so.
It would make sense. I feel like it would maybe be more of a cow movie.
There's cows
like all the cows spinning in the Twister.
There's cows in the movie.
That's kind of close.
Movie.
The bovine cousin of the horse. Some may say.
Literally. If there's not a cow and a horse in the same field, I don't want it. There.
No.
Absolutely.
Hell no.
But my movie of this week was Twisters. I went to go see it. I honestly feel like it's going to be my movie of the year.
No way.
It's crazy to say because I didn't think that like going into it. I was like, Twisters for me was like
a blockbuster.
I went into it being like, okay, this will be funny, silly, like whatever. It's like a throwaway movie. Like we have AMC steps. Like I wasn't going to spend like money on seeing Twisters. But now after seeing it, I'm like, this is actually a phenomenal movie.
It's coming back to 4DX because it's out, but it's coming back for a limited time. We need to see it in 4DX because I think the first time I want to see Twisters is the 4DX experience.
I will be going with you.
Okay.
For that.
I'll get us tickets literally today. Glen Powell, I am so on the Glen Powell train. I like avoided that man like the plague, but I saw him in that new, it was called Hitman, where he's like, he plays like all these different versions of like a hitman. Like he plays a character, like, what is it? Like he goes incognito.
Yeah.
And he's so charming and he's so good at like, and his comedic timing is so good. And he's just like, he's a likable guy. And then you like you fall into all the interviews that he's in. Like he's really good.
Did you see like, I love the picture of his teeth where it's like.
Wait, the face? He does. How does he smile? He goes.
Just like with full bottom and top like row. Like, yeah, like.
He's
like
crazy.
You can see every single tooth in his mouth or whatever. He has like small teeth, which is funny.
Someone said like he looks like a rat the first time. Like like something like that. No, he doesn't. Okay, he looks far from a rat. He looks like a mouse who just got turned into like a human or something.
Mouse
like,
on steroids.
Yeah, a little bit. I could see it.
I liked him a lot in Scream Queens, but over the past couple of years with the word that you use where it's like the zeitgeist. He's in the zeitgeist. Like the industry.
This past year, he's definitely been in the zeitgeist. And I think it started, I saw him in Cannes 2022. I passed him and my friend was like, that was Glen Powell. And I was like, we passed him like eating dinner and my friend was like, that's Glen Powell. And I was like, who is Glen Powell? And now I know.
I love him. I'm literally obsessed with him.
Daisy Edgar Jones. Modern day princess, maybe.
She got me ever since. I'm not like a normal people watcher. I've seen like 3 episodes, but I didn't fall in love with Daisy Edgar Jones from that. Like I fell in love with her for Where the Crawdads Sing, like with her southern accent, with her ability to not
Harris
read.
Dickinson was also Dickinson mentioned when I didn't even see that. I haven't seen anything, I don't think, with Daisy Edgar Jones actually, because I haven't seen Normal People,
that film.
And as Paul Mescal's significant other, I haven't even seen his breakout role.
Phenomenal. But I am in love with her like southern accent. The film like kind of takes place in like
North Carolina, right?
No.
Oh, we're talking
Midwest,
about
Twisters.
Oh, Oklahoma.
I think Crawdads takes place in North Carolina, which I was like, Harris.
Oh my God, Harris, literally.
But Oklahoma, and it just reminded me so much of like, I had this like fake idea that we grew up like in the sticks, like we grew up like.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I say I'm from North Carolina, people are like, oh, like the country, like they like picture like farm,
that.
And I'm like, yeah, for sure. Like no, I definitely didn't grow up in like a Trumpified suburbia. I grew up in Hicktown.
We're suburb kids for for all of y'all. But when I see a film like that, I'm like, this reminds me of home. Like there's like a rodeo in there, and I was like, that's so
like, this is so North Carolina pride, like how I grew up. Yeah, y'all. Like I have an accent sometimes. Like I like to like have a little accent. I did grow up though. My grandparents had a farm, and we had horses. So on brand. We had horses and like a bunch of land, so we kind of grew up just like literally riding like tractors and stuff. Yeah. Like my dad would go up, we would go up every Saturday and Sunday, and we were just like, be kids, you know how it is.
There's like not my accent changing a little bit,
no,
but there's like country music in the film, and that's really good. And there's a little bit of a challengers moment between two men. It was kind of like icky though, because I hate when a film there's like not an like there's like the dream guy, and then there's like the other guy, which is like in challengers they were pretty neck and neck, I feel like, but in this one it's like, why are you even here? Like one of them
like they just added him in to like spice it up.
They didn't like he had an important role in the film, but it was just like some.
Wait, was it the guy who was in Nope? I forgot his name.
I don't know the name of the actor.
The Filipino guy.
Maybe.
Whenever I say Filipino, I think of, do you know the video of Cameron Diaz?
Yes.
Where she's like, I was raised by Filipinos. I just think that's really funny. Like, why was she saying that?
But he's in it, and it's just like not hot, and it's like really cringe, because there's like moments where she should be making out with Glen Powell, but like he's there, and I'm like, this is so gross. Like this is so awkward.
This isn't what was supposed to happen in the script, you guys.
Yeah. But phenomenal movie.
Amazing. I'll be booking our tickets for 40X.
And I do need to marry a cowboy, unfortunately, because Glen Powell in the film is like the most like, just like country.
Okay, he doesn't really like do it for me. Like, he's like sexy. Like I don't know why. He just like, I've become infatuated him in a non-sexual way. And I don't know what it is.
You don't have a sexual inclination towards him?
No. I don't think so. I think it's the teeth, if I'm going to be. He's just a goofy guy. Like, I know in real life he's just a goofy guy.
He's like smart too, I want to say. Like he's going back to school.
Oh, that's true.
Like, which is like kind of strange, but I feel like after watching Twisters, when like his character in the show, like they make him like seem so stupid, and then he's like actually went to school for meteorology. I'm like, you're kind of still fine right now.
Yeah, like why do I want you to be my professor right now? Yeah. Teach me meteorology, Glen Powell. Teach me meteorology. Do we want
meteorology?
Meet your
ology. Meet your biology.
Meteor biology. Meet in my mouth.
Meet me
in my
biology.
Yeah.
That's
right. And that's what I said to Glenn, and he said, "Well, I gotta go chase these twisters, so I can't do that right now."
I'm sure Glenn's married too, but did I ever tell you that I introduced my roommates asked me how my love life is, and I said like I've only been talking to married men, which isn't true.
I think you told me that.
Yeah, it's not true at all.
See, your entire life is just a bit.
No.
Sometimes when you tell me stuff like this, I'm like, you just really are out here like living, like you just make stuff up.
I just feel like I'm like a private person, or like nothing really is going on with me right now in like the romantic sphere. So you
just say stuff.
I just say stuff because it just makes people like stop, like leave me alone. It's like, it's giving when I tell people I do Percocet, it's like, oh, okay, like
no,
let's
and I'm
just
sure
drop
like
it.
you make their day, because it's like their day. There's a literal fruit fly on your face. It makes your day. It makes their day, and I'm sure their day was so boring, and then they like met you, and they're like, oh my god, I just met this guy who does Percocets, Molly Percocet Future, and they're like, wow, that made my day because my day was so boring, and now it's so exciting.
And has relations with married men,
mm-hmm.
And then the way that my roommates were like, okay,
so do we.
So with the summer coming to a close, there are some movies that I've been revisiting. The ones with rewatch value, the ones that are seasonal, I would say. Granted that it's summer, I love I tried to watch 500 Days of Summer last night, but it wasn't the vibe.
Okay.
So then I watched Call Me by Your Name a little bit, and then I just ended up
crying,
listening to old Miley Cyrus. I watched Can't Be Tamed last night, the music video.
Okay, I watched Freaky Friday last night.
Love Can't Be Tamed. Freaky Friday, great movie.
Talk about iconic soundtrack, iconic, like the things like Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis like gave to me, like that movie formed me as, like, I think in all aspects of my human being. It formed me. It shaped me into who I am today.
I need to rewatch that. I remember watching it as a teen, but it's a movie that I've been like revisiting every stage of my life, where I'm like, how do I feel about this? I still love the soundtrack so much because it has Regina Spektor in it, and I've been obsessed with her for so long. But there's a really good quote in the movie where Joseph Gordon-Levitt's talking to Zoe Deschanel or whatever, and they're like talking about something where she's like, Zoe's like says something, and he's like, I think you know what I mean, and she's like, what? And then he's like, never mind.
I don't even remember.
It's my favorite quote. Like, I've been thinking about that so much because that's happened to me in real life before, where I was like,
it's like, I'm not even explaining it. Never mind.
Huh?
No, like him saying never mind.
Yeah.
It's just like so accurate, because sometimes
so
like I'm not
funny.
even going to try to explain it.
Yeah. Because one time I went out with, there was like a guy that I was talking to, and I looked really good that night. And I was like, do you like my shoes or whatever? And I was like wearing heels, and he was like, yeah, I think they're really sexy. I said, what? He said, nothing.
Never mind.
And I just like think that's funny. And I love that quote for the movie because I was like, so true.
That's so real.
I love calling people when people are like, you're like, when guys are like, you're so pretty, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, huh?
Say it louder. What was that?
They'll always back down. I'm like, bitch, you gotta scream.
Say that with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. You're in my DM saying all this with your virtual chest. Say it out in person.
If you think I'm hot, like this is not the time to be like,
scream it from the roof jumper.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not the type where somebody whispers in my ear like, hey, like I'm like so unsure of like blah blah blah, like I might think you're hot. Like that's just not how I roll. What are you saying?
Yeah.
500 Days of Summer, stellar movie.
It made me really just want love. That movie made me want to be loved. I saw a guy walking into his apartment building the other day with a bouquet of flowers, a pizza, and a 6-pack of beer. And I was like, I know he's going to see his lover and they're going to have a beautiful night. And I was like, that could be me. But
people are crazy.
But I was with my cockroaches in the building.
I would be gagging.
Yeah.
If my man pulled up with a 6-pack of beer and a bouquet of flowers, I'd be gagging.
And a pizza. I think they were just gonna have it was giving High School Musical. It was giving High School Musical 3 when like he came over with the pizza and the chocolate covered strawberries and the bouquet of flowers.
That's just like not in my gift basket for me. Like if that were for me, I would.
Well, if it was just a weeknight thing, I mean, if I'm not getting a Prada bag on the other 6 days, and I don't want you, but if it's just a nice little stop in.
What would I want? Maybe the flowers. Slay.
Yeah.
I can't eat pizza, so that's why I'm saying that. I also can't drink beer.
Okay, no, it'd be a problem. I would have liked maybe like a glass of wine, maybe some soju. Ooh, a soju. See, if he brought over soju, maybe some.
Not us like giving away our secrets on the podcast. Like this is how you pull up to.
Y'all know what we want.
The space. Shit. Yeah. You want soju. You want flowers. You want.
I want some chocolate covered strawberries. Throw them in there.
Okay.
And maybe cook for me. Actually,
that's how I feel.
Bring over the sides, and the real meal. Do it for me. Cook for me. Let me watch you.
Oh, cook. I thought you were saying Coke.
Coke? Oh, Coke for me?
Like a 6-pack of Coke, not a 6-pack of beer. No. Not romantic. Coke is not romantic.
If you're bringing me a 6-pack of fucking Diet Coke,
I would love that.
I'd throw you downstairs.
I would love that so much. I'm
a self-sufficient woman. I could get my own Diet Coke. That is my girl move of the day.
One time, this for a Secret Santa, this guy brought me, like he had me for Secret Santa, and I used to eat his like Sour Patch Kids, and like that's literally all he got for me for Secret Santa. I literally was like screaming. I was like, "You get it? You get me."
But see, that's so thoughtful because he remembered.
Yeah,
he remembered you nibbling on those little sour squeeze.
It's that. And one time I asked him to buy me a coffee, and he didn't buy me like the cheap coffee at the gas station. He bought me like the Starbucks glass container coffee, and I was like, "You're getting wiped up, sir."
When he doesn't get you gas station coffee.
Well, because you know how some guys are like, they like penny pinch where they're like, "Oh my gosh, like I just got you the cheapest one or whatever." To have
see, I can't have that. I can't even have that with like. This is so bad. This is actually really bad to say. This is going back to the kindness thing, but like sometimes when people are penny pinchers, like I don't want to be around you.
Real.
Like I like why are we going out and like I'm like, oh, let's get cocktails, and you're like, I'll take a water because I'm trying to save money. Like, okay.
What does that mean right now?
No, but it's okay because I understand, because you're not like you're gonna like. Here's the thing. It annoys me. It annoys literally. It annoys. Give me 2 weeks. Gonna get the new wig. We're gonna be so on top.
Me with no furniture and just like a blonde 26-inch wig. Priority.
No, but it's like, especially when I know you can afford the 12. It's happy hour, guys. Splurge on a cocktail. You could spare $12. Don't make me drink alone. And then it's like, well, no, I'm not gonna drink if you're not drinking. Anyways,
I got a drink to get drunk. I can't do one drink.
On a weekend during the day, it's big.
Any day.
No. Interesting. I've found that I like to do that sometimes. I like
just have one drink?
Yeah, to just treat myself to like an Aperol Spritz on like a warm summer day.
Okay.
But I don't do it like during the day alone, like in my apartment or something. Like, I'm not like blacking out alone. I had that phase. It was deep into a depression.
What?
Whenever I find myself spiraling into a depressive episode, like the bottle of soju that is sitting in my refrigerator, it like calls my name so loud. It's like, Lauren, we taste so good. And then you're like, just drink to forget everything.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
You've blacked out alone before.
Yes, it was once.
Need to investigate.
Yeah, no, it was just exactly how it sounds.
It was in Paris or?
It was in Paris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Complete accident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I was kind of new to soju, and I was like, whoa, like this isn't really doing much. And then I got to the end of the bottle, and I was like, oh, I didn't remember anything.
Yeah.
But then I did it the next 4 days in a row. Because I was like, I don't really want to be here right now. Anyways.
Wait, to touch on blacking out, I'm like so jealous because I've tried so many times. Like, I'm not even kidding, because I've been at like major depressive episodes.
The thing is,
too.
I've never even blacked out in public. Like, my only time ever blacking out was those moments.
I would say not great. Like, there are definitely nights that I don't like that are a little spotty, but I genuinely, my body goes straight to being sick before I can even like have the chance to black out.
No,
like,
yeah.
I'll just like start getting dizzy, or
you have to like cut yourself off before you can even, because you will like.
Even I have there are nights like on my birthdays or something like that are really special where I will try my best, because there are some nights where me and all my friends are like, we're blacking out tonight. Yeah, but it never works for me, because I'm like waking up the next morning being like, not only am I like, was I really sick halfway through the night, but I never got what I wanted. Sometimes I don't want to remember.
No, yeah. No, exactly. I'm becoming a DJ, and this is going to be a sneak peek to you and to the audience right here, because I'm going to do something really special for you guys, and I'm going to show you my first remix that I made, because I'm a literal DJ.
I'm very excited.
And when we're in Brooklyn partying it up at my first set, the Herd, y'all are going to be there. Free admission.
I want so bad to go dancing and have like a really good night out, like with just dancing. Like that's, I think
I want to go dancing really bad.
I want to like lose my shit on the dance floor. And for me, like I have been trying to figure out what my grounding process is, like when I'm in a space like somewhere, to like actually feel like home. And I really do think it's like a big deal for me to like actually go dancing. Like that's how
I've never been dancing.
You've never gone dancing?
When you say dancing, like what do you mean? Like just like dancing? Like
no, like no talking, like just like body on the floor, like smushed up against people or whatever.
Okay, well, yeah.
I just like, need it for like my mental health, I think.
It's kind of like the most raw like human thing you could do is just like since the dawn of time, like people have like made noises and then like moved their bodies to it together.
True.
Like that's kind of
iconic.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing that like I love going out and going dancing because sometimes I don't.
That's the Olympics.
Because sometimes you don't have to talk and like it's just like pure dancing. And like as much as I love like chit chatting and whatever, like going out for drinks and stuff like that, I really do love dancing. But to go out here, I'm not trying to dance to like pots and pans. I want to dance to Frank Ocean or something.
Yeah. I want to like feel it like spiritually in my bones, and I can't do that with
which those are probably like the best places to dance in because it's literally just like you get it out of your system for like an hour.
But I can't get it out of my system if I'm not feeling the music.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what music you would feel is this. Yeah. I ate.
You really did. You really did eat with that.
Yeah. So basically.
That's the type of remix that I want to hear on a night out.
Also, what if we did a little. Hey. Seen a lot. Seen that. Yeah, so it's gonna be the set.
Yeah.
And frankly, I would go so crazy to that in the club. It's what we need.
But also, house party is so underrated. After we go into our crazy party girl New York era, like I fear the house party is where I'm gonna get that experience. And I feel like
I think that's where you gotta go.
Yeah, and I do feel like eventually when we become super rich and famous, we'll be able to throw a really major iconic party. I think we got it. Where we both DJ back to back, and we also sell cocktails that are like $50
for sure, and we get 90% of that profit because we are business people. With that being said, this week I have an assignment for us and for our viewers, so you're on the same page as us maybe for next week to watch that movie Party Girl from 1995. It's literally about a girl living in New York City who is broke as fuck, but she gets into the party scene and becomes rich off of it. Like she was like an influencer before influencing was a thing because it was made in the 90s. And I think we should definitely both watch that.
Isn't that how the scammer also got famous?
Yeah, like what was her name?
Caroline Polachek. I'm just kidding.
Caroline Polachek. Anna Delvey.
Yes, Anna Delvey.
Yeah.
But it is like a really scary scene sometimes, but I'm very excited to just explore. I don't know if I would,
exploring it would be nice.
Explore, because I love meeting people. I love dancing and like
I don't know if those are the type of people I want to meet though.
I don't like meeting people who like party all the time because I'm usually working most of the time.
Okay, right. It's like how well, it's because partying is their job.
Yeah, but also
it's Paris Hilton. It's Kim Kardashian.
Power to the people who get off of work, go to a party, and then come to work hungover.
Because could not be me. Y'all are soldiers.
New York is really funny though.
New York is hilarious. And
low-key really funny.
What if I said hikey?
Hikey.
What if I said it's literally I'm cracking up every time I leave my house. I walk outside and I start to crack up.
Why? What's your reason for cracking up?
New York is funny in just that it's literally a bubble.
It is a bubble.
Like a bubble where like you will never see this shit anywhere else.
Yeah, I agree.
The stuff that you will see.
I was like laughing this week about like I've talked about this before, but I brought one suitcase to New York. It's not all of my full collection of clothes, not all my fashions or whatever. So I've been throwing some really ugly fits, but it's been making me really confident because like I don't really care. And it's like, I'm so grateful to all the people who like dress up and go out and like have their day, like the fashions and stuff like that. But it's just like so funny that like I just like feel so normal, if that makes sense. But I'm not like, but it's like funny.
It's, yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's just like, I'm just such a girl. Like I'm just so small. And
well, it's easy to also feel just like so insignificant, but that's like comforting.
It is. For me, it feels like everything because I'm so used to being like
standing out or something.
Yeah, magnifying glass like on me everywhere I go. So
Not
I'm
me.
like, people are just staring at me because my outfit's fucking ugly.
You're like, whoa, you guys aren't even staring at me because you're like, you think you hate me. You're just you just think I'm ugly, and that's so stellar.
And that's great. And recently we went to a movie, and after the movie there was like an anime expo or something like that. You typically, if somebody back home were to be like, I saw a guy that looks just like you, I'd be like, oh, that's problematic slightly. Like there's no bitch that looks like me. Tell me why I run into like 8 of me at this expo thing.
I need to find a doppelganger. I want to find my doppelganger so bad.
It was honestly crazy. It's like me if I were a little bit taller, me if I were a little bit like
your variants. They were your variants.
It was wild.
Crazy.
And Noria was like, low key, there are a lot of people that look like you. I said, I thought I was the only bitch
canceled.
out here.
No, because you realize you're not special.
Yeah, which is great.
New York City, you're not special.
Yeah.
Every other bitch is out here looking for a part-time job. Every other bitch is pursuing acting. Every other bitch is a screenwriter or a poet.
Yeah. And I love it because I'm Mia Gothing the city right now.
Literally, we are Mia Gothing the city.
Yeah. And I say that just so that y'all can gatekeep that information from any of my exes or anybody that I've ever talked to. I am one of a kind. And there's only one of me that exists that looks like me. So
isn't there a song? Nope. There's probably a song out there about being one of a kind.
Yeah.
You are one of a kind.
But you do. I mean, honestly,
and I think you're beautiful.
Our twins are like Monica Bellucci, Bella Hadid, Carla Bruni. Like there are very iconic doppelgangers out there. But I was
some
afraid.
Of the Io Debris. Timothy Chalamet.
Anwar Hadid.
Yeah.
Yolanda Hadid.
Gigi Hadid.
Me with my blonde wing.
Zayn Malik.
True.
Yeah, all our twins. So if you guys ever see any of them on the street, they might be us.
Yeah.
Just know that. And with that being said, I think we're good.
We're gonna run away right now. Anyways, we have a business meeting to attend to. I went ahead and brought you have your suitcase with you? Your briefcase, sorry.
Yes, I have my briefcase.
In your manila envelopes?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to convince Lauren to let me sneak into a press conference, like as a little gay assistant, and I will be wearing the same exact outfit.
When I tell you, the day that I do a Harris Dickinson press junket, I will be taking Kevin with me, and they will have their manila folders with them. They will have their briefcase with them, and I'm going to pull up to the Four Seasons. I'm going to say, this is my assistant, and they need to come in with me. And they're going to say, oh, but their name isn't on the list. I'm going to say their name doesn't need to be on the list because Harris asked personally for me to bring them.
And it's always been a dream of mine to wear like a little cute headset to be like...
Oh, the headset, period.
To be like, yeah, she's on
maybe
her way.
even a flip phone.
Honestly.
I think that would...
And a pager.
Ooh. Why are we literally in Devil Wears Prada right now?
Literally. I'm like, Lauren's headed upstairs. Yes, Lauren and Harris are in the meeting room right now.
Lauren and Harris have escaped the room. They have moved to room number 13. Nobody's allowed to go in.
Nightmare scenario. We make it into the building.
Right.
We sneak me through security and the gay little assistant. You go into the room.
Right.
But Harris Dickinson meets you in the room and I never see him. Nightmare scenario. Just kidding. I'll obviously meet him in the bathroom. Carve a hole in the stall. You know.
My door over there has a glory hole.
Okay.
Anyways, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please rate us 5 stars on everywhere.
Yes.
We really appreciate when you do that, and it does help us out a lot. And that's how we charted in Italy that one time.
In Japan, question mark.
Maybe Japan. I think it was Japan. I need to recheck on that.
Okay.
But if we did, thank you so much, Japan.
Yep.
With that being said, hooves up, guys. See you next week.
This has been episode 11. We'll see you later. Hopefully I'll be working. I'll definitely be working next week.
For sure will be. So, I won't be.
Working on that letterbox press junket.
Oh, yeah.
Period.